Am I the asshole for refusing to share my special recipe with my cousin who wants to use it for her business? If you created this recipe, no. It's your property. You don't have to share it with anybody, regardless of what their reasoning is. So here's the deal. I, 18 female, have this amazing dessert recipe that I came up with after months of experimenting in the kitchen. It's a unique twist on a classic treat, and everyone who tries it says that it's incredible. My family always asks me to make it for gatherings, and honestly, I take a lot of pride in how much people love it. You should. You should. Like you said, you experimented for months, meaning some of these didn't come out so great. Be proud. Recently, my cousin Jess, 24 female, started a small baking business from home. She's been doing pretty well, and I'm really happy for her. Last week at a family dinner, Jess pulled me aside and asked if I'd give her my dessert recipe so she could add it to her menu. Are you going to be getting a portion of the money she's going to make from all of this? Or is it going to be, well, since I made it, it's just mine? Because, girl, no. Can I have your recipe so I can make money off of it? No, ma'am. Call me stingy, call me fucking selfish, but no, you can't. This is mine. I was flattered at first, but then I told her I wasn't comfortable sharing it because it was really personal to me. It's my thing, you know? Jess didn't take that well. She said I was being selfish and that it's not like I'm starting a business or anything. So why would I hoard the recipe? Because you created it. Because it's yours. It belongs to you. That's why you would hoard it. Why would you expect me to just give you something simply because I'm not starting a business with it? Jess, go touch some grass. Fucking immediately. Immediately. She even got my aunt, her mom, involved, who called me later and said that I should support family and not be so stingy. I explained that I wasn't trying to be mean, but I worked really hard to create that recipe, and it's something that I'm proud of. Now half of my family is calling me petty. The other half is staying out of it. Jess posted a vague rant on Facebook about people gatekeeping creativity. Gatekeeping creativity. I can't believe people nowadays are so fucking selfish to want to keep the things that they create to themselves. Bitch, yeah. Fucking yeah. Not everything has to be shared with you, you entitled bitch. She also posted about how it's impossible to get ahead with unsupportive people. My mom says I should just give her the recipe to keep the peace, but I don't think that I'm in the wrong here. So am I the asshole? Absolutely not. You're absolutely not the asshole. Your cousin is being fucking selfish. She knows how much attention you get because of this recipe. She knows just how good it is and she wants to profit off of it. Never once did she ask you if she could buy it from you or if you would be willing to split it with her. Nothing. Can I add your recipe to my menu? That way I can make money off of something that you created. And because you're not willing to let me do that, you are being so selfish, stingy, and unsupportive. If this was the music business, no one in their fucking right mind would ask to use your shit without offering you a piece of the pie. If this was any other type of fucking business, they would be offering you part of the profits. She's just trying to take it all for herself and upset that you're not allowing her to take advantage of you. Baby, you're not the asshole. You're not the asshole. And fuck keeping the peace. There is no peace. Jess decided to disturb the peace. You do not have to give her anything that belongs to you simply because she wants it. Your mom needs to get that shit together. You're not wrong, baby. Do not give up your recipe. You worked hard for this. For months. Don't give it up. The guy that I'm dating is learning ASL from my brother, but my friends think it's creepy. How do I proceed with this? Get new friends. Get new friends. That is literally the sweetest thing I've ever heard in my life. You need new friends. I, 21 female, met John, 22 male, in a college class last semester. He's an overall great guy, and he's very respectful and kind. He also has a great sense of humor. We have lots of similar interests, and we've been friends ever since. We started dating this July. He's the first person I've ever dated in my life. Girl, not you striking gold the first time. I love this for you. Last September, he met my family when I visited home for my brother's birthday. My brother Trev, 19 male, has been deaf since birth. My whole family communicates with him through either sign language, Trev's lip reading, but we sign as a reflex, or through text message. During our small celebration at home, it was clear that my parents liked John. He was very charming, funny, and respectful. He even tried to talk with Trey by typing out some of his jokes on his phone, although my brother can lip read very well. Whenever John would tell a story, either I or my parents would sign for Trev. I think this is so cute. Your friends fucking suck, and we ain't even got to that part yet. I think John is awesome. My parents said they were happy that I found a sweet and caring guy in John. Of course, I was really glad to hear this. Before he went back, John and Trev had a quick Call of Duty gaming session. For someone with Trev's condition, he's extremely talkative. He's really expressive and he likes to communicate a lot, especially when he's gaming. Of course, he couldn't outright trash talk, but he does the closest thing he can with his hands. So there we were in Trev's room with John and Trev playing while I was translating for them. I was laughing way too hard because Trev was trying his best to trash talk John, saying that he was weak and saying all these expletives, but I was trying my best to tone it down for John. Meanwhile, I'm also translating John's instructions and strategies for Trev. Also, because this was the first time John met my family, he was saying all of these praises to Trev, like, good job, or we can do better next time. Although I know that deep inside, he also wanted to trash talk my brother. I love this so much. He's perfect. He's so cute. The two of them got along pretty well, and they've been having some online gaming sessions since then. 2 weeks ago, John visited home along with me for my mom's birthday. There he surprised everyone, including me, by communicating with Trev through ASL. John was still at the alphabet, some basic words, and some rehearsed phrases, but we were all delighted that he even made the effort. Trev's face lit up, and I've never seen him happier having a new long-term friend with a low communication barrier. Apparently, John had been watching some YouTube tutorials and got a free subscription to Skillshare to learn ASL. I think this is fucking awesome. Because it just takes just the smallest amount of effort. John, Trev is never going to forget this. He's never going to forget this. John has made a friend for life. The two of them had a gaming session again, and this time, John and Trev could communicate more directly. Of course, it was still kind of slow, and I still did some translating. Imagine trying to baby talk to a grown man or talking to a caveman with choppy sentences. But I could tell that Trev was having a great time. They also got more comfortable with each other with more explicit trash talking, which I didn't tone down this time. John has been religiously learning ASL since then, and he's making a lot of progress. I was so happy with all of this, so I told my close friend group from high school. However, most of my friends, especially my closest guy friend, told me that what John was doing was a red flag because it could be a form of obsession and emotional manipulation. What? How many of your friends signed to your brother? You are 21, 22 years old? These are your friends from high school. How many of your friends can sign with your brother? That's all I want to know. He also said that it was creepy because John's becoming too attached to my family when we've only been dating about 5 months. He also said that John might be only doing it so he could get laid or something. Bro lost the competition and he was the only competitor, and now he's upset. This guy friend of yours likes you. He likes you because what the fuck? Emotional manipulation because this man that I've been dating for 5 months took the time to learn a way to communicate with my brother. That is the greenest green flag I have ever seen in my fucking life. If you don't marry this man, I will. I know there's some validity to what my friend said, but I'm not really convinced. John has been a wonderful and sincere guy the entire time, and I know it's naive to say this because he's my first ever relationship, but I can see this becoming long term. We haven't hooked up yet because I told him I wasn't ready. He's never pressured me to do it. Oh, baby, don't listen to this man. The one that's manipulating you is the one that's claiming to be your friend. He's the one that's manipulating you. He's the one that's playing off of your fucking emotions. You went to him with something that made you feel good, something that you were happy about, and immediately he shot it down. That's creepy. That's creepy. Fucking how? Fucking how? No. Nah, baby, don't do this to John. He doesn't deserve this, and neither do you. You guys are happy together. Be happy together. You need new friends. Is his behavior something I should really be concerned about? Again, I don't have any experience when it comes to dating and relationships, so I don't know if this is something that's truly concerning. My friends are pushing for me to break up with John, but I'm not sure. How do I proceed with this? No, baby, John's behavior is not concerning. John's behavior is the behavior that all women look for when it comes to a man. We want a man that's going to take the time, make the effort to get to know our family. We want a man that's going to show us that he's just as into this as we are. This man is showing you that he has no intentions of going anywhere anytime soon. He has not pressured you to do anything that you don't want to do. He's taking the time, his own time, to learn to communicate with your brother. He's intending to be around for a while. I don't know what the fuck the reason is between your friends. That's only something they can answer. But my speculation, they're jealous. They're jealous. You're moving on in your life. You're moving on in your life. You found someone who's absolutely amazing. You're probably not spending as much time with them because you are now in a committed relationship. Whatever the case may be, they were wrong as hell for planting these seeds of doubt in your mind. John is a green flag. He is a green banner. He is the greenest of green flags, baby girl. Don't fuck this up. Am I the asshole for refusing to babysit after my sister demanded I stop bringing my boyfriend to family events? I, 20 male, have been dating my boyfriend Ryan, 22 male, for about a year. My sister Amanda, 28 female, has a 4-year-old named Jack. After a family barbecue last month, Amanda pulled me aside and said, "Just so you know, it might be better if you don't bring Ryan to the next few family gatherings." I asked her why. She got all awkward saying, "Jack's been asking questions about you and Ryan. I don't think he's old enough to understand all of that yet. So then you give him an answer that will satisfy him and you move the fuck along." You don't tell someone that they need to stop bringing their partner around because it makes you uncomfortable. Kids are naturally curious. They're going to ask questions. As their parent, it's for you to decide what you're going to tell them, whether it be appropriate or not. I told my sister we weren't exactly putting on a pride parade in her yard. We were literally just eating hot dogs and chatting with family. She replied, "It's just confusing for him. You know how kids are." I was mad, but I kept it together, and I said, "If Ryan isn't welcome, maybe I just won't come either." She sighed and said that I was being dramatic. Bitch, and you're being homophobic, and you're hiding behind your 4-year-old. Last week, Amanda called me panicking because her babysitter canceled on her. I told her that I couldn't watch him because Ryan and I already had plans. She begged me, saying that she was desperate, and I finally snapped. And I told her, "Why do you want me babysitting Jack? What if I accidentally expose him to my terrifyingly gay lifestyle? God forbid he sees me and Ryan together." She blew up. She accused me of using Jack to make a point and said, "This isn't about Ryan. It's about you being spiteful. You're punishing Jack because you're mad at me." Bitch, no one is using their child for advantage except for you. You're the only person that's doing this. Amanda called my parents, and that's when the drama really started. My mom called me and said that I was being selfish for letting a small disagreement ruin my relationship with Amanda. No, Amanda's homophobia is ruining your relationship. I told her it wasn't small, and then I reminded her of Amanda's comment about confusing Jack. My mom brushed it off, saying she's just doing what's best for her child. I asked my mom, what about what's best for me? Why do I have to hide a part of my life to make her comfortable? My dad sided with me. He said Amanda was being narrow-minded and told her kids aren't confused by love. They're confused by people acting like it's something to hide. I like dad because my personal opinion is if your 4-year-old can see you and your husband together being in love in your relationship, your 4-year-old can witness a gay couple being together, being in love. Like OP said, they're not putting on an entire pride parade. They're not butt naked getting down right there in the middle of the backyard barbecue. They are eating and chatting with friends. Amanda then put the drama into the family group chat. My uncle said it's not homophobic to want to protect your kid from topics they're not ready for. Why push it? This set my cousin off. She said if Jack's old enough to understand that Amanda and Mike are married, then he's old enough to understand that his uncle has a boyfriend. She accused Amanda of being a hypocrite and called out my uncle too, saying, "Let's not make this about your own outdated beliefs." She also called Amanda a stuck-up bitch, and my uncle called my cousin a drama queen. My aunt chimed into the family chat saying that I don't agree with OP's lifestyle, but we should still support each other. My grandmother replied, "Support doesn't mean tolerating disrespect." Okay, grandma and your cousin and your dad are here to ride for you, and I love every fucking bit of it. Now, Mike, Amanda's husband, has been texting me saying, "I don't have an issue with Ryan or you, but this is getting out of hand. Amanda's just trying to avoid awkward questions from Jack, not insult you. I told him it's already insulting. Would she say the same thing if I were dating a woman? He left me on scene. Am I the asshole? You're absolutely not the asshole. Your sister's homophobic and she's hiding behind her 4-year-old. I don't like seeing gay people, so I'm going to tell you that your boyfriend can't come around because it's making my son ask questions. Instead of me being a parent and answering the questions to the best of my ability for my 4-year-old, I'm going to tell you that you need to start bringing your partner around. And I'm going to expect you to be okay with it. And you should still watch my son when I ask you because we're family and you're supposed to look past the disrespect. Fuck Amanda and your mom and your uncle and the aunt that decided to come into the group chat talking about you need to support family and I don't agree with your lifestyle. You are not living for anyone else other than yourself. We will not make time or room in our lives for anyone that cannot love us and accept us the way that we are.